Going. Thank you for connecting with me. So today I'm going to talk about something that still everyone's concerned about. How long would this pandemic last? And is any other solutions? So I'm going to share a bit about the information I get, and then hopefully, we're waiting for more people to join me. So we have Anne Osling. Thank you for joining me. How are you today? We have Norma. So today, as I mentioned in my previous recording, if you missed out, you can check out my YouTube channel. There's a reason behind all this, this big global event happening. That is actually. At the beginning, we tried to investigate, we tried to do some monitoring, do scanning the global energy. And initially, there's some people talking about this dark agenda, like a depopulation. But then when there's along the time when all this developing of this coronavirus, of this pandemic, and we understand that it's a divine planning. It's orchestrated by the source, that because we at the planetary level is raising up, and there are some clearing. It's like a purging process. So that's why all this coronavirus is actually a trigger. And whoever people, they might still have some flu symptoms, all these developing symptoms, they are actually it's a trigger, for people to look into their own situation. And for those who will keep on working on themselves, they will keep staying. And for those people that have heavier cash, you can say, or in other words, some people might say it's karma, but I prefer to say heavier cash, because it's like the heavy energy. For in some certain people, they don't want to work on themselves. And of course, some people, they come here just for fun, they're on holiday, and they don't have this intention to work on themselves. So their personal energy will be conflicting with the energy, whatever energy is coming. So it's very hard for them to matching this global vibration. So that's why there will be some events like this is actually pushing people to do some adjustment. So the first wave of this event is already, we were actually moving on to the second wave of this, like a second stage. So the first stage is more like the social structures happening, because lots of countries practicing lockdown, social distancing. And we are kind of moving into this second stage, which is on the economy and politics aspects. So for the rest of the year, you can see the restructure of, because now you can see the oil price is dropped to the minus, which has never happened before in the humanity history. But and also with a lot of jobs, they are being on hold. There are some people, they temporarily, they are not able to run their business. And if you're looking at because it's very interesting aspect when we're looking into employment, into this job, small business, from different perspective. Because as humanity, people are so get used to this slavery system. It's like people working for money, people selling their time to their labor, whatever, and in return as exchange of money. And from the source perspective, it's actually trying to breaking the chain of being slavery of this system, which we say matrix or program, whatever you call it. So to break the chain, because this event is really global, and we don't give too much power to the dark agenda, the dark side. I don't really believe they have that much power. They're able to really control everything. They really do all this, you know. Of course, people, they might be play some part of it, but then in the end of the day, nothing is gonna happen without the source agreement, like with the source permission, because source has the ultimate power. And then there's a reason. Sometimes we need to like balance out, you know, what's being ruling out on the planetary, what's happening here. And so there will be, this is a process, so people can start to see, you know, very soon for the rest of the year. You know, you can expecting, you know, people might looking for different, you know, job type of business. And people, when people realize after this knockdown and people start going back out to the society, everything will be different. You will feel the energy is different, everything's changed. Whatever you see, the people you see, whatever on outside, what you're going now is different from what you see like 3 months ago. And so people will be curious about how long would this pandemic be lasting, you know, because well, this sometimes people say, oh, probably have to wait until the vaccination, you know. This it looks like going to that direction. Like some people will, because the media have been talking about this the solution as the vaccination to help people to be function again, you know. And this is another focus which I will be cover for my next talk about this actually vaccination. And there will be some energy work done about that, but I will review and I will explain what's happening when it's accomplished. So the focus of today, I'm actually trying to say what's gonna happen next for the rest of the year, because we know in some countries it's already start slowing down, but we are actually will be expecting waves to come. It's not really finishing this year. It might be slowing down, but then when people really going out back to work, we're still in the process. Some, you know, some country already talking about how to get back to business, back to work, stay normal and everything. And then they are talking about this possibly, you know, like a second wave or the third wave for the country. And there's a reason behind that. So we actually would be expecting there are some, it's not like a wave. A few more waves will still coming up for till the end of this year. There still be people leaving because they are energetically, you know, it's like a big purging. So for people, it's more like they're pushing. When you, it's like a labor, you know, when you're pushing for this new energy to come, and you're actually pushing out the densities, the low vibration energy. So you're gonna be squeezed. It's like you're in a labor, you have to push harder and harder. So the first wave already started like 3 months ago, you know, all this, you know, pandemic, like an outbreak happening. And now you'll be ripple out to the economy and politics. And we are actually be expecting the collapsing of this royal family system and religion. You will see by the end of this year, you will see all this will be surfacing. So and then the reason behind all this is, you know, like the source, or we actually want to take this opportunity to force ourselves looking into working on ourselves. And we there has been energy work which is I just upload earlier today, couple hours ago. It's the what's it called, mental immune system. Because when all this this pandemic happening, for those it's not physically infected, they are mentally, emotionally, you know, all this emotional up and down. And for people that don't understand what's behind the true reason behind this, people will get really so much into fear because they don't understand what's happening. So for those who understand all the reason behind this, and which I explained in my previous video, you can go to my YouTube channel, which I have deeper explanation. So people they don't understand, they will get into this fear. So some people they start losing jobs, they're really worrying about how they're gonna pay their bills, and like how they sustain their life, that sort of thing. So in this latest energy work, we are actually taking it's free for downloading for this one. So in this process, it's actually taking your consciousness to the source state. It's actually through this, it's kind of like a guided meditation, but then you will take you raise your your connecting to your super consciousness level, and will take you to the source state. So you'll be looking at you as a source. So when you in that state, go back in time to the starting point. It's before you entering this life. And then because when before we enter this life, we were doing planning, and we're creating the events for whatever we're gonna do for this lifetime. So basically, we are here actually to experience it. And so some people they understand this, it will be easier for them, but for some people, if they don't understand, they will be mentally they're not able to take on whatever is coming up. So this recording is really helping you in the mental state. It's like take you back in time to understand why this happening, and why we actually all agree to this, we create this. And then through this process, it's a trigger, it's pushing you to work on yourself, to go into deeper level, to understand, in order to ascend, to move to higher consciousness level or raise of vibration. You really need to release and let go whatever has happened and go to into deeper level. So in this recording, is taking you to see, go back in time in that energy level, and to look at the vision flow from the perspective as a source. So the second part, you'll be connecting, it will open the door to connect with your future self, which is now, because we go back in time, and then connecting to is like the energy is already is happening. So this new energy wave is like a tsunami, big energies come as waves. So we will need to, the second part of the recording is helping you to immerse, to connect, welcome this new energy into your Merkaba, into your energy field. So it will helping you, it's kind of upgrading your energy boost system, and you will know in the mental, this emotional level, that you know you are powerful, you are as powerful as a source we come here to experience. So all these difficulty or challenges is actually, you won't be overwhelmed or be pushed, like being consumed by this wave of big energy. And so it's very good energy work for everyone to go into deeper, to connect to your future self, and the energy will be opening up. You'll be more connected, because now we are all working for our future self, which is our higher self. They are waiting to reunite with us, in the physical level. So we are really aiming like we can embody our higher self as a walking ascended human being. So this is really the aiming of this work, like Nikola Tesla calls team, and some there we also the cosmo fields. the consciousness field from other cosmos is actually another aspect of us. So through this work, we are actually opening the doors to connect with our other consciousness field in other cosmos through this energy work. So it's very profound, and I really encourage everyone can go and access this video recording. And also before that, I will have a look if you have any questions. So thank you. We have so many people join us now. And another thing I want to talk about is there's a coming up portal meditation circle, which is happening in the Sydney Times on the 5th of May, 7:30. So you can go to the link, which I'll send in the post in the description section. What you need to do is, okay, just go, the link is through Zoom. So all you need to do is check your time zone. There's a link where you can convert to your time zone. And then when the time comes, you just like 10 minutes before click on, especially if this is the first time you connect to the Zoom recording, and then you just join the call, because the conference call, so we can have face-to-face interaction. Because the 5th of May is 5/5, and we know in numerology number 5 is change, and 5/5, and if you adding the day, month, and year, 5 plus 5, 2020 is 4. So altogether adding up is how many? Is 14, right? 14, and 1 plus 5 is also another 5. So on this day is actually it's a 555 energy, and on that day will be do meditation, raise a vibration, and there will be also some, connect with this portal, powerful energy of 555. So I really looking forward to connect with everyone, and so this meditation circle will happening every month. So the coming out is on the 5th of May. So please go to the link I put in the post, and I really welcome you to join us, and we can have you can have Q&A, and another team member, Mima, should be joining us the call as well. So it's gonna be very powerful meditation. So I really invite everyone to join us on the meditation, the meditation circle, the portal meditation circle. It's gonna be very powerful, and it's gonna happening every month, like a double-digit date. So if there is any questions you want to ask, you're welcome to post in the chat. I'll give you like 1 more minute, so you can have if you have any questions you want to ask. So just a quick recap of today's the video. The basic, I want to let everyone know this is gonna continue for the rest of the year, of all this cleansing, purging, and there will be some souls they are leaving, because the energy is actually pushing whoever they decide they don't want to work on themselves, or they don't have this intention to ascend. They will be exiting this timeline, and they'll go somewhere, whatever they continue with their journey. So it's like a contraction, when you're giving birth to a baby, and then you in this mother womb, and it's going to push like a contraction. So you have waves coming. So this is what's gonna happen for the rest of this year. You heard of the 144K Club? I think there are lots of people talking about the 144,000 light workers, and they have been, but I am not in, I don't really there's so many groups talking about that, but I'm not into that. Yes, it's a cabal. Oh yes, okay, right. So it's talking about the cabal, lizard people, Arcturian, Pleiadians. Yes, they are high civilized, high-tech technology civilizations, and then they are still playing in the matrix with high technology, so I definitely not into that one. Our work is connected to the super consciousness, and it's actually tapping into our super consciousness, and then it's our other aspects as source. So this energy work is helping everyone to explore, open the door of yourself. So we are kind of, because we all, me and Mima also, and other members, we are in this process of growing, so we want to share the experience we're experiencing, and also to whoever they resonate and want to connecting with us, so we move on this together. So I really want to invite everyone to join us, the portal meditation, and it's on the 5th of May in 7:30 p.m. Sydney time. So you can go to the website in the what I post in here description section, and I really hope you can, because when you join online live, you have this opportunity to ask questions, and you can actually taking this advantage of experience the first-hand energy activation. It's all depending on the flow of the day and what their consciousness field is coming to, helping us to cleansing, clearing, and can be some activation to connecting to certain, like the energy field is helping in our journey. And because for the rest of the year there will be still, because number 5 is change, and there will be more changes coming along, on the way for the rest of this year. And so with so many changes, people, it's like when we're surfing on the sea, and when you have big waves, you need to be prepared. So this energy work is helping you to surfing through this big wave, and it's not being hit by the big wave and you got locked down. So this is really what we're aiming for all this energy work, right? So the question from Robert: isn't our super consciousness interconnected with all other consciousness through the universe? Yes, that's correct. So imagine we are the radio station. All surrounding us is all like a field. So they are all different energy frequency vibration. They have their own energy frequency at the same time. So in our consciousness, we can decide what we're connecting, right? So when you, for example, if you watch this video, so you are tuning in, we have the same frequency. So I'm conveying this information to you. And it's same as when we do the meditation, and when in like our mind, we decide to receive, we connect with any consciousness field. So the space we're here now is a combination with some contaminated energy as well. So that's what's happening at the moment. So that's why our work is to connect to, it's more tuning, we can say, more tuning with the energy, and you helping people to identify what's contaminated frequency, energy, vibration. And it's up to the individual if you still want to experience, or how you gonna handle all this, And of course, there are lots of information still circulating from the conspiracy theories, and they're talking about the depopulation, and they're going to talk about, they're going to introducing the vaccination. And don't forget, as a source, we have the power. And this is the next video. I will be talking more detail about what we're gonna do, the solution we can have with this vaccination, if they're going to make it compulsory, or they want to reinforce to, for example, say, oh, you cannot travel on the plane unless you have vaccination, something like that. So what are we going to do with that? And we actually have solution, and there will be some more detailed information to be reviewed the next time in the next video. So if there's more questions, okay, thank you. Thank you for your comments. Right, so I think it's pretty much I cover all I want to cover today. So so I will encourage you to download the free activation recording from our website and join our portal. It's gonna be very powerful. The more people join, the more powerful it becomes, because we all connected, you know, in the energy field. So so I would like to thank you for connecting with me, and please share, subscribe, like this video, and hope to connect with you next time. So thank you again for connecting with us. See you next time. Bye.